Okay, this is part 2 of solving equations. Just as a reminder that we're going to be working with opposite operations. So we're talking add. If I'm adding, the opposite operation would be subtract. If we're multiplying, my opposite operation would be divide. And just as a reminder, when we're looking for whether a number is negative or positive, again, remember, we're going to be looking for what's in front, in the future, in front of that number. So in this case, 7 is negative. Also, another reminder is my ghost number. My ghost number is number 1. So anytime we have a letter just sitting out by itself, I would prefer if you guys just go ahead and write a number 1 in front of it. That way we remember that there is a 1 in front of it, and it kind of helps us solve these equations. Okay. And again, just a disclaimer on these, that there are many ways to solve equations. Do what's best for you. The way I teach it is just one of many, many ways to solve an equation. But I have found that a majority of my students have learned to solve equations the quickest and has made the least amount of errors using this method. So let's take a look at our equations for today. So we're going to do x plus 4 equals 10. And just like before, we're going to go ahead and put that wall up. We're going to do a box on each side of that line. We'll have one for my x's, one for my numbers. Okay. I'm still going to drop my 10 down as is, since it's on the same side as my number box. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my x on the other side, as is, because it's on the same side. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 1. Now, this can be the tricky part. I have my plus 4. I'm going to bring it over here. Since it was a positive 4, it now has to be a negative 4 when it goes on the other side of that wall. And I would strongly urge you to use a calculator anytime you're doing problems like this. Just to reduce calculation errors. We may think we know what we're doing, but when we get working with those negative numbers, we tend to make a lot of mistakes. So let's go ahead and take 10 minus 4, and I'm going to get 6. And just like the last video, because I have a 1, I am done. So x equals 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple practice problems.